Hi guys, yesterday we were looking at inverse of relations. Okay, real important then was the switching of the x and y values, right? Interchanging them. Well, now we're going to look at inverses of functions. Okay, and it's going to be that whole switch process is going to play a role. Okay, so here you have f, right? And we're going to be computing or coming up with producing f inverse. Okay, remember it's f with that -1 looking exponent, but it's not, right? It's just f inverse. Okay, so that's how we know we're done once we get here. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get rid of function notation and replace it with an equation. Okay, so that's the first thing you do. Second thing you do, okay, is you actually are going to switch, right? Remember that switch? Okay, to perform an inverse, you're going to switch the x and the y. So watch this. X, 3y plus 6. Okay, so there's the switch. Okay, I began my inverse process. So here I'll put it. Okay, kind of draw a line there so you know that it started. Okay. Well, now you're going to go ahead and solve for y. So you're going to undo all this stuff and get a y by itself. So the first thing we can do is subtract 6. Okay. If it helps, you can write the -6 to both sides. Okay. It cancels on this side. That's why it's only here now. And after that, you'll notice that to isolate y, you have a 3 being multiplied. So the opposite is division. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to divide by 3 to both sides. Okay, now I see that the y is by itself. And again, if it helps, okay, you can write out the division by 3 to both sides. Okay. Now you've accomplished the mission. Y is isolated under this inverse process. So technically, this is not the same as this y, right? This is y inverse. Okay. And if we go back and turn the y now into a function notation, we can say what? F of x, perhaps, except it would be the same as this guy. So we'd have to call it more specifically f inverse, since we've inverted, or at least use this inversion process. Okay. So that's it. You're pretty much done. Okay. Let me write it out here. F inverse, in this case, is x minus 6 over 3. And just a heads up, if on a test you were not to find this as a solution, just continue with the math. For example, here you would be able to have x over 3 minus 6 divided by 3 is 2. So you might actually be able to see it that way. Okay, thanks for your time.